Hello and welcome to Let Them Trade. Build a network of cities that produce and trade resources. Upgrade your castle and protect the cities from cheeky bandits. Tinker with the enemy at your own pace and watch the charming wooden world grow into a lively and thriving kingdom. This game is developed by Spaceflower and published by Byte Rockers Games and is our first selection in Steam Next Fest June 2025. As you kind of heard during my introduction, this game has a very vivacious, I think you would call it, what they would have called lusty, I think, back in the Middle Ages, soundtrack, which is perfect. It's phenomenal. This game is kind of like a fantastic or fantastical medieval setting type of game, city builder. It's hex tile based, as you can see a little bit there from the game home screen here. And a title screen rather, and it's pretty cute. Cute art style and characters that are interesting, I will say, including the king himself, who's down there in the bottom right. And so we're going to jump in and take a look at this game as part of Steam Next Fest, and we'll continue with Steam Next Fest, of course, throughout the week this week. So let's go ahead and, without further ado, just click play and get started. So we have two tutorials and then the demo kind of scenario and then a Twin River Valley scenario here. And so we're just going to start at the beginning because that's the good place to start. And we'll see. You can enable or disable bandits, I guess, or maybe they are enabled. They're enabled later as part of this. We'd have a budget to start with, but this, of course, is the tutorial, so it won't be too tough. I did play the first little bit of the tutorial, so we'll be able to catch up to me and pass me fairly quickly. Greetings! Welcome to Let Them Trade. I am the king, your monarch and sovereign. This clever little fellow at my shoulder is my most trusted advisor, Mr. Nuts. Mr. Nuts. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Well said, Mr. Nuts. Yes, I have big plans to grow the economy in my domain, but I can't oversee everything personally. Feasts and balls are just too time-intensive that I hardly find the time to do much else. That's why I'm looking forward to someone who is as hard-working as I am, and you look like just the right person. Let's learn how to play. So these kind of seem like they should be links or something, but they're not. They're just kind of a highlight to the actual text of key parts of the text. Okay. Up in the top right of the screen, you will see the current main quests, side quests, and milestones. You will be rewarded handsomely for completing these tasks I set to you. Side quests and milestones are optional, but main quests must be completed to finish the scenario, so do pay attention. Firstly, let's learn how to move the camera. For extra information, click the arrow button to view the quest description. Okay, so we have the usual kind of camera movement steps, WSD. And then we have right mouse, all directions for panning. Rotating is middle mouse and or QE. And then we have a couple of new, or a zoom in and out, like that. We have a couple of new shortcut keys here, unique to this game. R to reset the rotation, so it does both the rotation and the pitch. And then P to reset the position to center on the castle. It's time to build your first city. Cities are founded by first placing a city center. Select the city center in the Basics tab of the Build menu and place it in the highlighted tile. So again, these look like links. There could be links, but they're just highlighting the key parts of the tutorial here. So the cities and things are here under the Basics tab. Under the Castle tab, we have a Provisioner and a Research Center that we can apparently add at some point in the tutorial, beyond where I got to. But we want to add a City Center here. We apparently have 4 that we can place, and we'll place the first one right there where the game wants us to place it. So it'll take the little characters here a little bit of time to build this up, and we can speed the game up here with F1, F2, F3. So I'll do that real quick. We'll get to the end sooner than later. You can see back here there's some resources, maybe some coal. Over there, maybe some clay or something. Not sure. Clover Bank. Now that you have founded a new city, you can place production and residential buildings on neighboring tiles. Start by placing 2 potato farms on fertile soil tiles and 2 peasant homes. You may hold down Shift to place multiple buildings. Okay, so we have peasants, we have peasant homes and potato farms. We need 2 potato farms, so you can place them on any of these green tiles. The green tiles are the you have to build on adjacent, from what I've gathered at least, you have to build on adjacent tiles to someplace you've already built. I'm going to do, hold down shift to place 2 of them. 2 potato farms, and we could put maybe the houses here and here, since I can see that they have a linkage to their adjacent and not so adjacent buildings. So you can see a green for 1 tile, yellow for 2, and red for kind of 3 tiles of movement. So we'll place all of those, and you'll also see that the workers here will go in and out of the town center and be carrying carts, and they'll actually come up in the tutorial step in a second. In the meantime, we can also click on this button if we want to see a video of what the game wants us to do, which is kind of nice to have an in-game video tutorial here. I kind of wish you could skip through it to a specific place, but they're not that long, so it doesn't make that huge of a difference. But there you go. If you want to see the tutorial, you can. As a video, rather, you can. Go fast again, get those done. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Did you see the little guys with carts transporting resources to the building sites just then? Those are the city transporters. All resources must be transported from where they're produced to where they're consumed, and the transporters are responsible for doing so inside the city. When you are about to place a building, you will see arrows which indicate the distance which will need to be traveled by transporters. A city only has a limited amount of transporters, which means that the bigger the city gets, the farther the transporters will need to travel, and the more difficult it will be for them to keep up. So those arrow colors and thus distances are very important. You may have noticed that there are some gray unexplored tiles to the northeast of the castle. In the top left, you can see the UI where your knights are listed. That would be there. Click on the scout icon to select the scouting flag, then click on a tile next to the unexplored tiles and have them automatically reveal them. Okay, so we need to... Sir Roderick is coming out of the castle, one of our knights here. And then we can set the knight to scout mode. He'll start revealing nearby tiles if he has any scout packages. I don't exactly know what scout packages means, but we're going to assume that he can do such a thing. So we sent him to that tile, which I think was the one the tutorial indicated, and that should be good enough. And then he will do something, I think. He's looking around. Got him. Okay, so he reveals 2 tiles at the same time. Great, you have found a forest tile. Let's found a new city next to this forest tile. Back to basics then, and city centers. It wants us to place it here, I think. We'll place that there. And then we need to, most resource buildings need to be placed on a specific type of tile to work. The lumberjack must be placed on a forest tile, and then will produce wood. Like all production buildings, the lumberjack requires inhabitants to work there, in this case, peasants. So don't forget to build a peasant home in your new city as well. Does Sir Roderick need... Oh, he did. Okay, so he's just going to wander around nearby and build the things we need. Let's do this, and then a lumberjack there, and a peasant home maybe there. And again, I will speed up the game so that... oh, I see. There's the number there. The number of scout packages that Sir Roderick has. Okay, that makes sense. We'll let that go then. And then Sir Roderick heads back to town because he's out of scouting tasks. And then we're gaining scout packages again now that he's back into town. Nice. Inhabitants have needs and wants, and this is reflected in the resources they consume. If the inhabitants' needs are met, they will remain in the city. But if not, then they will become unhappy and move out. It may then take a while for a new inhabitant to move in again, meaning the city will have a smaller workforce available in the meantime. The resources are broken up into 2 groups, basic and luxury. Basic resources are the most important, and if these are missing, then inhabitants will be very unhappy. If both basic resources are provided, then inhabitants will no longer move out and will fill all slots in the residential buildings, meaning the city has a full workforce available. Luxury resources provide extra happiness, but are not enough if the basics are missing. Besides making sure that inhabitants don't move out, happiness is also important because inhabitants provide money to the city depending on their happiness. The happier the population, the more money a city will have to trade and purchase goods. So basically, don't let them eat cake. Or don't let them just eat cake. Let's see. So you are now transporting outside the city here. Now that you have two cities, they will begin to trade with one another. However, traders will not move very quickly over normal tiles. You can speed them up and make the economy more efficient by connecting the castle and all the cities with roads. Alright, so maybe we could just go across here like this. Does that cover connecting to the castle then? Oh man, they're zooming now. Look at that. Can we do any sort of like connect to this? Oh yeah, there we go. Let's see, we also then need to do this. Each city has its own budget, which it will spend on buying resources from other cities. It will also sell resources which it overproduces. Therefore, the prices of resources in the economy are determined by supply and demand. Managing the production and flow of resources in the economy, and therefore indirectly managing the prices is vital for success. This is because on every trade you levy a trade tax of 25%. Wow. On both cities. This is your primary source of income. Try to build an economy where cities are specialized and must import many resources from one another, but beware of monopolies as they may drive up prices and make the economy inefficient. You can see the market price of a resource in the global resource overview in the top left of the screen. I guess that's this here. If you click on a resource in the global resource overview, then you will switch to the focus mode. Here, lots of additional information will be available, including global production and consumption of that resource, as well as displaying which cities are trading and with whom. In our little economy here, the first city will produce potatoes and buy wood, and the second city will produce wood and buy potatoes. Let's watch it in action. Alright, so you can see the little wagons going back and forth. I'm going to do this and that, just for reasons. It said to connect the castle, but it doesn't seem like it's necessary. So we have potatoes, and you can see the price of potatoes there. What came down pretty hard, I guess. And but we're stabilizing now here, which kind of makes sense that when they were just barely we were in high demand, maybe at the very beginning of that, then it fell as it stabilized. As I mentioned before, transporters move resources inside a city, whilst traders move resources between cities. A city only has a limited amount of either of these, meaning they can get overloaded if a lot must be moved at once. Cities can be upgraded, increasing the number of traders and transporters they have at their disposal. City upgrades can be applied at any time, provided you have the required coins and resources. Let's try this out now. Select one of the cities, and then click the main tab. Then in the main tab, click on the up arrow icon in the top left. Alright, so you want me to do this one. And you want me to do this here, which needs 20 wood and 20 planks. We don't have planks yet. We have 0 planks, I think. Oh, we have planks. We have planks, but we don't have planks. We're not making planks. Okay. As you can see also here, the price of wood is going back up again. What about the price of potatoes? I can't look. Very good work. You have finished the first part of the tutorial. In part 2, you will learn about researching more advanced buildings, as well as upgrades and modifications. I'll see you then. Tutorial completed. Next map. Can I look at that again? Yeah. So the market price has plummeted on potatoes for some reason, which isn't good because they're costing us more to produce than they're costing us to than they're earning us. We don't have fish. We don't have whatever this is. Wool. There we are. Okay. Alright, let's go to the next map. Next tutorial. Greetings, my dear subject. After such a good showing last time, I've decided that you have promise and to teach you another thing or two. Today, we will be learning about research, upgrades, and modifications. Before we start, however, we need to solve a little problem. I've been siphoning off a few coins from the infrastructure budget here and there to pay for my birthday party preparations. In times of austerity, a strong leader must make tough decisions and set priorities, you understand? Sadly, this has led to some minor unintended consequences, such as the complete and utter dilapidation of the kingdom's bridges. I have to build a bridge then. Connect all your cities with roads, so we need a bridge, yes. Do you see those roads over there leading to the shore? The bridge connecting them collapsed, and now the two towns here can't trade. Let's connect them again before we get started. Select the bridge in the Basics tab of the Build menu, and select the two tiles you want to connect to place the bridge. We have a bridge. Very good. Now the cities will trade again. Whilst wood and potatoes are nice, we also want to produce other resources. For example, planks are a resource made from wood at the sawmill and are required to build most buildings. However, before you can build a sawmill, you must first research it in the research tree. Research is done in your castle. Normally, you must build the research center yourself, but I will construct it for you today to help speed up the process. Okay. Well, that was convenient. Open the research tree in the top left corner of the screen and click on the sawmill to begin researching. Your castle will send traders to purchase the required resources and transport them back, where they will be converted into research points. Don't forget, you also pay market prices. If a resource is expensive, it will cost you. Okay, so up here. No, up here. Sawmill. Guess that's going. And so this needs wood. Just wood. Alright, so you're going to go trade with Lark Hill for some wood, I'm guessing. You have traded, or you will be trading. The price is going up on that. The price on potatoes is under the floor. Okay. Well, there's nothing we can do about that. Alright, we're about half done already with that. 60%. That's about half. Depending on your definition of about. Okay. Oh, there's an event log down here too. Not much there. I also saw there's the research center. So if we had needed to build it, that would be the cost. And the place. And the thing. All right, 80%. Just a little bit more wood, and I think that's you coming up here now with wood. How's the cost of that? No, that was you going in there to pick up wood. Oh, I see. So it has to go from the saw or the lumber mill, lumberjack, to the town center. And then it gets hauled out from there to all the other places. So here comes these guys presumably coming to get some wood. Yes. Well, that looks more like lumber than logs. But okay. And then they're delivering it here, not here. Here we go. Sawmill unlocked. Unlock the sawmill building. Great. Now the sawmill has appeared in the build menu. Place it down in one of your cities. They're encouraging me to place it here in the building, in the city that is doing the logging, which I guess makes logical sense if nothing else. And then they're going over there to build it, and it's going to cost us something. 10 wood to make. She just got delivered. And then it'll turn 2 wood, storing up to 4 at a time, but 2 at a time every 20 seconds into 4 planks, which stores 8. Okay, good information. I'm always pleased to see when they provide times and quantities and something you can use to calculate for those who like to do calculations like me. Okay, I like that. There's these representatives of the cities up here at the top, too. Besides researching new buildings, it's also possible to research new upgrades. Once unlocked, these will allow you to select a production or residential building and upgrade it to a new level, improving its functionality and providing other benefits depending on the building and level. Let's try it on one of the lumberjacks. In the research tree, select the level 2 icon above the lumberjack to begin the research. Okay, over here. And we have sawmill level 2. Nope, lumberjack level 2. There we are. Let's click that. That's going to cost us 10 logs or 10 lumber. Depending on the 10 logs and 10 lumber. Oh, I see. Okay. And the cost of that currently is relatively 37 and 33 each, or for that amount. So that's the total cost of 70 there. Here come the carts to get the logs and the lumber. So you guys are able to just come to the adjacentness. So you don't have to go necessarily through the town to get the logs for the lumberyard, or do you? It seems as if you don't, because otherwise why would there be a link here? But also I saw some wagons go that way, but I haven't seen any come back this way yet. But then again, I also haven't seen any coming this way with logs either, and we are starved out, so maybe, just maybe. No, we haven't gotten any logs in there. Still sawing away at something, though. Research completed. Lumberjack level 2. Upgrade is now available. Upgrade effects something, something, something. Upgrading a lumberjack to level 2 will increase its output by a good amount. To apply the upgrade, select the lumberjack and click on the upgrade icon in the top left of the building UI. Alright, so that's here. So we're currently extracting 1 or 4 logs every 15 seconds. Yep. So if we upgrade that, this will make now some greater amount. You can close workforce slots if you want to force people to not work in a specific building, and you can prioritize a building over the others. Nice. Basics, but good to have. A cart has arrived over here. You've loaded up some planks. Yeah, everything looks like planks then, I guess. Hopefully they will improve that as the development process goes on and have carts' contents represent the contents of the cart. If that made any sense. Let's go faster so we can get this step done. Oh, they've gotten the stuff now, of course. Good. And now, in addition to allowing you to level up your buildings, researching upgrades will also unlock modifications. Modifications are different to upgrades in that they can be turned on and off at any time at no additional cost. Modifications are unique to every building and come in different types. Some provide bonuses depending on neighboring tiles, some change the building's inputs and outputs, and others change how many and what type of inhabitants may work or live there. Both production and residential buildings have modifications, but for now, let's test out the Forester modification for the Lumberjack, which was unlocked when you researched Lumberjack level 2. Select the Lumberjack and click on the Forester modification to activate it. Okay, let's slow the game back down again. So the Forester modification, that's here. +1 peasant slots, plus 50% output. And we can hold left shift to toggle for similar buildings also. So we could do them both at the same time if we wanted to, which is nice. Third slot opened up. And we can now produce 7.8 wood every 22 seconds, which gives us 20.8 total output. Nice. Very good. Last but not least for today, let's look at buying resources at your castle. As you may have noticed, if set to auto-buy, your castle will send out traders to automatically purchase resources for the research center and other castle buildings. In the Resources tab of the Castle UI, you can set a target storage amount for each of the resources currently in the economy. When you toggle on auto buy, and depending on the amount you set, the castle will automatically buy or sell the selected resource. This may take a little while as the castle will negotiate a fair price with the cities, which takes time. If you want to speed this process up, you can use the direct buy functionality. You can access direct buy in the resource tab of the castle UI. I wish we could kind of get in to do this during the tutorial rather than having to go all through it and then look at it. When selected, a list of cities and their offers will be displayed for a particular resource, allowing you to instantly purchase or sell at the listed price from that city. Whilst this method is fast and convenient, the price will not be as good as when allowing the castle to haggle a price for you. Now try using direct buy to purchase wood for your castle storage. Okay, well, let's go in here and we'll take a look at, so these are the par levels. We're targeting having 50, we currently have 33. And then we can do the let's see. I'm gonna buy 10 wood instantly. Okay, and then we can also do the auto trade here. Okay, cool. We can do that one and this one. Do if we want. We need to have 60, I guess, in storage, so maybe I should also step that up to 60 wood. This is a side quest, by the way. At least I think that was direct buy. I guess I can watch the video again here. There, and then we go there. Yep, okay. Cool. $57. I want to buy 10. I'll let them go ahead and negotiate the fair price. Got it. Congratulations, you have finished the second part of the tutorial. I think I have the perfect little task for you, something small to get you started. Meet me on the next map when you're ready to get started on your first proper job. Alright, let's do it. Next map. Welcome back, my dear subject. Welcome to your first real job. Isn't this place lovely? Trees, mountains, and by the scent of salt on the air, the ocean must be nearby. Do you know what would make this place even more beautiful? If it were economically productive. Today your goal is to build up a basic economy with all the resources which the peasant inhabitant class needs. Potatoes, wood, fish, and wool. I built a research center and a provisioner to speed things up a bit. Let's get building. Right. So let's see. Oh, there are no cities, so we're going to have to start from scratch. You know how this goes. Start with 2 cities, one which produces potatoes and one for wood. Well, wood seems like maybe here or up there. We want the potato one in some place that's got some green. We don't necessarily want to do a bridge right away. So maybe, let's see, maybe we come over here. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, either way. Let's go here. This will be our potato city. And then we can do another one here, which will be our wood city. Maybe? Let's see. Okay, and then we want potatoes. Let's do maybe like this and that. And then we want peasants. This and like that. And then down here we want... Oh, okay, that can't be built between two cities. That's not good. Okay. And then, I guess you need to go here. Yeah, those cities are too close then. We need 2 lumberjacks, though, too, so I have to pull one over here. 2 potato farms, 2 lumberjacks. Means that, which means probably one of these as the other peasant house. Okay, and then we need to have our knights do some scouting. So we'll just have them go out, maybe out here, and scout out that way. Sir Baron. We are building things. There we go, there we go. Got plenty of food. Alright, so you are just scouting out. Okay, you do your thing. I'll do mine. Have up to 8 inhabitants. We need to trade 25 wood and 25 potatoes, which we will get to as things go. Good. Now a happy population wants more than just the very basics. They also want some luxuries. I, for example, cannot imagine life without my solid gold and mother-of-pearl jacuzzi. It's these simple pleasures, that keep you going after a hard day's work. In the case of peasants, their luxury resources are fish and wool. You will need to build 2 new cities, one for sheep farms and one for fisheries. Sheep farms can be built on any green, fertile soil tiles. Fisheries must be built on fishing ground tiles. Don't forget that these new buildings will need to be researched at your castle. Firstly, send your knight in to go and scout. I'll highlight a tile for you to show you where the shoreline is. Oh, we get over there. Okay. In that case, we'll work our way that way. Because I could have let you finish those 2, though. That'd be fine. That it goes away. So we're going to have to build maybe a couple of cities out here. We should go into the research, though, and get working on things like sawmills. And then into fisheries and sheep farms eventually. So you're going to get tired after this one. Yeah, and we're going to need to come back and rest for a little bit, get some provisions or whatever's, and then go back out again. So let me put your new tile target right there, and then you'll have to do that in your own. So these are producing. They should be trading. We've traded some wood. We haven't traded any potatoes yet. Let's take a look at the potato thingy. Why are you not trading potatoes to your neighbor? Wood's going. The potatoes, not so much. And I don't think we need potatoes yet here. We don't. So we'll have to just wait. Okay, so you also move slower through forests than you do over cleared lands. And the game logo there on the tiles. Nice. Let's go a little bit faster. Yeah, we've uncovered the shoreline. New resource discovered. Fish. Nice. So we'll have to try to find maybe a spot where there's 2 fish. Sawmill unlocked. Unlock the sawmill building. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do fishery then next. That way we are ready for it when the time comes. Oh, there's one down here too. There is. Let's see. Let's do a sawmill here. In this town, I don't really want it over there. Maybe there, but then that's real far too. I didn't do a very good job. Sir Baron is back again. There's 2 there, so we should build that city over there. This will go here then. We're going to need a road all the way there. I mean, going through the castle is not a problem. And then we'll need to have eventually some fisheries out here, which we'll have to wait till they research, actually. 80 or 60% of the way there. Should I start buying resources now? I could. I can set auto buys on. It'll be fine for all of those. Build the research center. Build a sawmill on its way. 3 of the 4 fishing grounds need to be scouted. There they are. Good. And Thornby, you just need to have some fishing. And I think we can also have you move over here someplace. That. Or you're not scouting with this as your center anymore, I'm guessing at least. Fishery unlocked. Unlock the fishery building. Let's go ahead and do sheep farm then. There's a tavern too. Nice. And then we can build 2 fisheries. And 2 houseries. There we go. Sawmill just finished also. Unite is doing the scouting thing still. Good. Good. Here comes a trader. You think we can probably go in here and turn on the fish trade too? How is the price of stuff? So Baron's back, needing more scouty thingies, whatever those were called again, I forgot now. Fisheries constructed. Housing is almost done. That'll reveal 4 tiles at once there. Nice. That is stone. Those are mountains. This over here is stone again. Yeah, so that might have been what I thought was clay before, but that could have, or coal before, but it could have still been coal. It looks different, maybe. Sheep farm unlocked. Unlocked modification, mountain goats for sheep farm. Okay, so maybe we could rest on that for a little while. Let's see, where do we put the sheep farm thingies at? They can go, I guess, in any green tile also? Can I build over to here? It looks like they can go in any of the green ones. Let's build maybe a bridge. It'd be expensive, but it's okay. Then you can come this way. And then we can build another town thingy maybe here. Continue the road in. And then we'll do 2 sheep farms. Oops, I didn't hold down shift again. And 2 peasant houses for when that's ready to go. I could potentially also maybe take a road this way to give them a little bit of a bypass. The roads aren't that expensive that I'm not worried about it. But also then do this maybe or something. Felt like we needed it. Alright, the 4th city center is built, which is good. We need to eventually trade 50 wool and have 2 cities upgraded to level 2. That's here. Do that one. And this one. Upgrade. Okay, let's go fast again. We got the sheep things going. Great, congratulations. You now have an economy with a basic and luxury resources for the peasants. This is actually all I had planned for today, but it's so nice here now that there's all this lovely trade going on. I decided this would be a perfect place for me to build a holiday retreat. You know the type, a little tower, where I can put my feet up and look out over my domain, watching all those people out there toiling in the dirt. What can I say? You've got to have your little hobbies. You don't mind doing a little overtime, do you? Great! For the tower, you're going to need a few extra resources, so don't forget to do some more research. Let's go into the research menu and research that tavern, because that sounds like a good idea to me. And then, I don't know what else we need for the tower, but let's take a look at that. Is that going to be... No, there's where you deconstruct, though. Castle, here, light barrack. And then the mission here is the tower. We're going to need some stone and some wheat. Okay, so yeah. We have a couple things to research then. There's the quarry. Our stone there and stone there. Maybe we'll build another town out here because we can build one more town. And then for the wheat farms, we'll have to maybe pick out another spot to do some wheat farming. Okay, Hymir's upgraded. Here at the town, or the castle rather, let's turn on auto trade for wool. Do some extra roads there. And go fast again. Their Baron is still revealing tiles there. Nice. Lots of foresty up there. Tavern unlocked. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and do a quarry. Oh. We could do some of these other upgrades too. Let's look at that for a little bit. Let's see. Peasant home, additional peasant slots. Potato farm, 20% output. Additional output, that is. Lumberjack, 30% additional output. Sawmill, 20% additional output. You might want to do those. And we can actually queue more than one thing here. So we can put the wheat farm after the quarry there. And maybe we can come back here and add in some more of these level 2 thingies. Because why not? That might be all we can do, though. Okay, cool. In queued. Queue. Sir Baron has run out of scouty things again. That's the edge of the map, I guess, there. Okay, we can see the costs there. We have no wooden storage. Is that what that's telling me? Or 8 wooden storage, rather. Why are they not trading wood down here? Interesting. Okay, stone is taking its time. That's because there's a lot of wood and a lot of planks. So let's go fast. Try and get that accomplished. Let's see, tax income of at least 300 for 60 seconds. Is that what that means? Did I tell you to do another upgraded thing here? Or you're still working on it. You're still working on it. We need more planks. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, planks are the problem right now. So getting the upgrades might have actually been a wiser thing to do. Let's see. actually could use some more peasants. Because we only have 4 peasants. But upgrading is the way to do that. Rather than this. Can I rearrange these things? No. No. Okay. Well, I'll leave it go. It'll be fine in the end. Go faster, though. So this is going up, which must mean that it's trying to count the last 60 seconds, but it didn't know about the first part of it before the 60 seconds started. Maybe? Oh, wow. You've uncovered more stuff here. Quarry unlocked. Nice. Okay. What's that? Some more stone. Stone, you say? Oh, the mountains are not allowing us to pass. We could put a city back there and mine the stone, quarry the stone. We only get one more, though, right? Yeah. So we'll have to put our farming in one of our existing cities, then. That'll be fine. We'll be fine with that. Totally fine. Fine, just fine. We got another knight. Oh. Green Knight. Sir Quentin. Would have been Sir... No, it would have been Sir Gawain, because Sir Gawain fought the Green Knight. Never mind. There's more stone there. Okay, the other city finally upgraded. Wheat is just about starting. Oh, jeez. Okay. You can maybe come out here, then? Sir Baron? And Sir Quentin... let's go ahead and start that other city. Put it in here. And we can work on our road to it. Like that. And then let's add in a stone quarry there and a peasant here to start with. This is wheat farm. Oh, wheat farm needs stone. That's why we couldn't get anything going yet. There it goes. And you need to import stone now. You automatically are. Good. Good. Sir Quentin can stay over here. We're just about done, looks like, with scouting. That's their combat strength is 3. We didn't have 3 knights, we had 3 combat strength. Okay. That's fine. That might be just about it on the scouting there. All tiles have been revealed. Let me clear the scout thingy then. I guess they clear on their own? I guess so. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Good. Wheat's moving now. Great. Tax income has come down. But hopefully as we're buying the stuff for the tower, it'll come back up again. Also, if we upgrade production, we'll be in a better place too. We definitely need more wheat, or more potatoes. Probably more logs as well. Wheat farm unlocked. Good. Let's see where we might want to put that at. We also can put taverns in place too. Should do that. On maybe that tile. And then maybe here. And then maybe here. Here. And there. That'll also probably boost, just guessing, that'll probably boost the income. Potato farm level 2 is available now. We got the peasant home also. Let's do some of those upgrades, especially here. Because we need more peasants here. This one looks like it's probably okay. We only have 2 jobs. Let's see. So I probably don't want to put the wheat farms there. We could put them here, though. Upgrade the potato farms, though. Maybe put these out here. Or at least one of them. We may have to upgrade peasant here as well, then. Are these going to take workers? Or are these taking drunkards? I'm not sure. But they will take wood, potatoes, and fish to give us output. Which will boost our tax income, hopefully. We're probably going to upgrade peasant homes in order to fill that up. Okay. Yeah, it needs a workforce. Okay. Let's add maybe another peasant here. Lots of upgrades again. Lots of materials needed again. Go fast again. Then we can start building our tower. So we have everything we need available to us now. Where do we build that? In any of these little towns, it appears? Oh, you need to have 1,000... We need to have 1,000 money? How do we know? Oh, it's here. Player budget. Okay, so we need to, we need to save up some money for that. Alrighty, that's fine. Go faster. Probably from me spending a bunch of crap. I'm not doing research at the moment. Maybe I should. Sawmill, maybe. Fishing and sheep, maybe. how do I raise the tax income? Sawmill level 2. So I said something about the fisheries. Bigger boats for the fisheries. Interesting. Fishery level 2 upgrade now available. Yeah, you're producing whatever it said more. Some percentage more. Potatoes. Still waiting on those upgrades. Need planks. Well, we did get the boost upgrade for the sawmill. Maybe we should do that. But then again, why are they not bringing in the planks very fast here? We should... It looks like we have plenty in storages. Tax income's going up. Again. Missing planks. Boost that production as well, then. Is the issue here that stuff's not trading fast enough? And is there a way to know that? Need more wood. How do we know if there's any unemployed people? 8 out of 10 jobs. Okay, so we need more people. There they are. No, that wasn't them. There we go. That'll add another one anyway. Right? One more? Yeah, one more. Okay. And that includes the people who work at the tavern there. That one just lit up. Okay. You're not getting the basics you need. Is that because you're too far away? Maybe. Maybe we upgrade the city so I can get an additional trader. We are consuming way more than we produce of potatoes. We need to produce 39. And we're only producing 24. The people are going to be starving. Bigger fields, plus 50% output. Sure. And do that again. It gets us up to 36, but we're going to need more people here in this town then. You're still working on an upgrade, and so are you. So we need to keep those things going so we can get to that point. But also, we've been at this for an hour, and so I think we'll, even though we haven't finished yet, I think we'll leave this here. And you can explore it on your own. and see what you think about the game. There are definitely things that should be maybe smoothed out, cleaned up, etc. But it's not bad. I'm interested in it. I'm interested in following it. Let me know your thoughts as well. And then in the next, tomorrow rather, we will take a look at another game for Steam Next Fest. And in the meantime, though, make sure you have this game on your wish list if you're interested in it. Following as well, and that way when any announcements are made about it, including the release of the, I don't know if it's going to go early access or going to go full, but it looks like it's coming out just in a little over a month, about 6 weeks from now in July. So we will we'll have to keep an eye out for that and take a look at it again then. So for now, though, we're going to leave this here, and in the next one, we will take an additional look at something else. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.